I go by the name of Clay. You can call me Kwame Mathias Salad, and I'm here with a beautiful
Naneke Adefa.
Chamano Day.
Nobody Note, aka Note Diego. Let's get it.
Yeah, so today we have a guest.
Yes, of course.
One fine lady like that. I was surfing through TikTok and I came. That was the first time I saw her content. And she was talking about something which you guys should. We are going to talk about that. Like we'll go very very deep into that. She fine, beautiful lady. I mean, she be super cute. So, Odeyo, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Please, can you tell the audience your name?
Yeah, I'm Christiana Ado.
Okay.
And I'm popular on social media as Black China.
Okay,
Hey.
Black China.
Black Chichi.
All right, child. Welcome to Mind
Yeah,
Expression.
welcome.
And this is the Mind Expression podcast.
Yay! Oh, I missed the lovely.
So when we say this is the Mind Expression podcast, they go like, yay.
Yay!
Okay,
My
so
baby
let's try
girl.
it
I
again.
miss her so much.
So this is the Mind Expression podcast.
Yay!
Wait, the yay is it now a thing?
It's
Yeah,
becoming
that
a thing.
was
It's
that
fun.
fun.
When you don't do it, it's not fun again. It's like you have said a
Exactly.
thing raw like that. Yeah, it's nice.
So now I fire quick.
So
I know, first of all, I know you guys miss me. Today I day here. Today my people are day here.
Ochemanu.
So let's do it.
Okay, so what we're going to be talking about has been trending for days. I'm going to say a week on. And the conversations in whatever we're going to be talking about is something that goes beyond just a week talking and then we just talk about it for 1 week and then we'll go. I'm talking about I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, the book.
Okay.
In as much as maybe you talked about it last week, so you think we can talk about it again, we are talking about it now because I think there are things that are in the book that needs forever conversations.
Okay.
I mean,
Absolutely.
not just this weekend is gone. She, from chapter 1 to I think 5, talked about the beginning of her curiosity when she wanted to, one question a teacher asked
Okay.
changed everything for her. The teacher asked herself and then one other guy in a class if they are related or they have the same parents.
Okay.
And then she's coming from a home where, she has siblings, but she has a different surname from her, other siblings. And then, she goes to school. There's a guy in her class having the same surname as hers. And then the teacher goes ahead and asks, are you guys related? And they said, no, we are not. Because according to the description of the other person, they are opposites of each other. So then there's the no, because they know they are not related. But then it starts to build up in her head. Then she starts to ask questions about her father because she has a different surname from her siblings. So she starts to ask who my father is. And from that point, the mother started doing her zigzaggy, triangle, rectangle. Your father has passed here. This man is your father. Then you go and do DNA test and it's not my father. And, there's that thing. So right now she's looking for her father. And then other parts of the book was her encounter with some people like Sakodie Inyanya, her, her campaign that she did in Ghana, and then the industry, the Nigerian movie industry, some of the things that she had to do, since she had to collect, some money she had to collect, some places she didn't want to enter, so that, it will not spoil the image that she has built for herself. She started talking about some of the things some of the industry people, have done to be able to be where they are. Yeah. But you see, for some people, they are like, there was no need for her to mention certain names. Others too, after the whole thing came out, others too are like, you mentioned some people's names, but you didn't mention some people's name. There are some Al-Haji people that you said Al-Haji from this place, but you didn't mention the person's name. There are, certain things that went on, but that one day you did full chest, then you mentioned name. So
Maybe she forgot.
those are their names were mentioned, or something. So now the conversation is just going to be around that. So first off, let me ask generally, do you guys think that mentioning the name was a mistake in the first place?
Okay. So who will go first?
I'll go first because
Okay. I don't think it was a mistake. I understand that for some people, the fact that two names have been mentioned, some people's names have been mentioned, and other people haven't had their name in there, mean there's been some sort of bias.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. There are some names you can mention, and then there are other names you don't need mention. But in a book that you're trying to make into a bestseller, you have to drop names.
Yeah.
Because if you're not dropping names, everything that she's spoken about, I think that we all, in some ways, know that these things happen. But nobody has had any form of confirmation yet. And nobody has been mentioned yet. So I get that some people may feel that there's a bias.
Yeah.
But in a book that you want to become a bestseller, at least I would think that you would like to drop some names. Because everything she spoke about, I have not, let me be on record to say that I have not gone through the book as thoroughly as you have. I have read a few excerpts here and there online, but I have not gone as thoroughly as you have. But from what you say, I would think that some names have to be dropped so that it is not just,
It'll catch their attention.
it's not just being said without any form of backing.
Okay.
Because now if names have been mentioned, the people whose name have been mentioned, they can always come out and refute or not refute.
Yeah.
And if they're not coming out to refute, then that is in itself enough backing and giving some credence to what's being said.
Said, yeah.
And this is what you want in a book that actually gives us information, real information. So you know that these things she's saying, they actually did happen. If you can trust her on one thing, then you can trust her on the rest. You know? I think from that perspective.
Okay.
So, of course, some names have to be dropped. And if some names weren't dropped, those who know.
Mm-hmm.
And if they know and we don't know, it is their case that we don't know. So they shouldn't come and blame it on her.
Okay.
Because those who know. That's why they are asking, oh, there was other people, there was this, there's this. Yeah, those who know.
Okay. Sweetheart.
Okay, so first of all, I would really love to send some hugs through this microphone to her, because from the book, I think she's been very traumatized.
Oh, yes.
From childhood. And what Ghanaians are missing is she's an artist. She's smart. How many of you have read a book with such details, names?
There are.
There
There
are
are lots of books like that.
vividly.
In Ghana, no.
In Ghana, no,
Good.
but when you take foreign books,
Good.
certain foreign books, of course.
Good.
But a lot of people know foreign books, and that's why she's been appreciated
So,
Yeah.
I think, for this part.
Yes, so I always say being different pays better. She's being different right now with her book. She dropped names. If she had not, do you think she would be trending like this?
No.
Who would be even interested? We wouldn't even be talking about it because we already know her. Her baby father's issue that came.
No, she didn't even talk about that one in the book. She briefly
Good.
said it didn't work out and she moved on.
Good. You see, but that issue has come across the timeline before.
Yeah.
It really trended. And yeah, so I think she's being different with the book. And she's an artist. So if you are smart and you are writing, you know what will go. And that's what she did.
Okay.
Aside that, she's being realistic. And that's what a lot of people miss lately. People don't like to share. People don't like to talk about their issues. They don't even want to give you details.
Because with more people seeing you nowadays for anything, there's the number of judgment.
Yeah.
You think she didn't
Also
think
goes
about
up.
that before she
Yeah,
wrote it?
I know.
She did. She knows she's in Ghana. Listen, she knew what she was writing. She knew what would come. She knew the topic Ghanaians would pick and talk about. And it's all about the pregnancy, the
But
abortion.
the most funny thing is, that was not what was really even the thing.
You know what I think.
But that's what Ghanaians will pick. Because that's what Ghanaians like to do.
Like
Talk about the unnecessary things out of stuff.
But this sort of character that we put on Ghanaians and say, but that's what, and every Ghanaian says it. So are we talking about ourselves?
Yes, we are. That's why when I'm saying it, I say
people
we. I don't say them.
picture celebrities to be perfect, but they are human beings. So, okay, Yvonne Nelson, I abortion. Why a 10? Obi a nimu. Akosi Hussein.
Yeah.
Dear Pana, so you don't have to criticize her. you have to understand her. If you read me, I've not read a book, but kakrana mehu online anyway. And mehu says she's suffering and she's putting her story out there. Maybe me, I've gotten a lot from that book. Things I'm hearing online and some of the pages.
You think she's suffering?
Yeah, she is. She's
not
she
suffering, but
I think
she's in a particular pain that she needs to be relieved
That's
of.
trauma.
She's just traumatized, possibly. She's going
Yeah.
through it.
Trauma.
Because with me, I don't think her feelings being poured in the book is even about the abortion and the
No.
thing. I think because she said blatantly that this book is to just look for her father. The other parts, I'm sure, is just,
If
let
it
me
was just to look
add
for
it.
her father, I don't think she would talk about all of the things
Because
she said.
in the end, at the end of the book, she wrote 2 letters. One, looking for her father. And then the second letter for the man that, is it Peter? I've forgotten the surname. Yes, the Ligete man, for disrespecting him, insulting him, making
Insulting
less
her.
of him.
Of her or him?
No, hey.
Okay.
She insulted
So
him.
the point is that the mother told her that that man is the father. Now there was a back and forth. Now the mother had told her things about her father that were not pleasant. So she didn't have any positive attitude towards her father. So getting to know that this was the man that walked out of me, like walked out
No,
on.
I thought it was there was
Yeah.
a Nelson man. There was a
So
man before.
so there are 2 men that have been
There was
mentioned.
there was this man that she thought
Was her father
all
all
along.
along.
wasn't.
But then
Who wasn't? Then
And Peter Lajete
was
is actually-
second person.
yes, but then in the end,
But the second person, is it confirmed?
no, it's not been confirmed
It
yet.
wasn't confirmed
But then
yet.
what I'm saying is that
It wasn't
in the
confirmed in the
end,
book.
there was a communication between herself and her mother. And then the mother has told her things about her father that are not good. He walked away from you. I stayed. You understand? That conversation between a mother and a daughter about, their father, he's not there. I'm the one that stayed. So, like, nothing positive about the man. So, even if it was Jesus Christ that the mother said, Jesus Christ is your father, there would have still been some pain, some negative attitude towards the man. So, any man that was mentioned as a father, she had negative attitude towards the said man. Okay. On Father's Day, there was a point during Father's Day, she would post her mother, disrespect either the lying man or the Nelson, one of them. Disrespect. So she was writing a letter to the one that she disrespected and then did all these things towards to forgive, her. Because the man died. The man died without knowing. Like, when the man was about dying, that was when the man said his side of the story. And then he said, yes, said his side of the story and died.
Would you blame the mom? All this traumatic experiences.
Of course, I'm blaming the mother.
No, you have no idea.
I have no idea
I
whatever the
also-
mother is going through, but I'm
But
blaming the
yes,
mother.
I'm also
Why?
blaming the mother.
Because why, if you knew
Some
that the man
single
was
mothers.
not the father, why did you sow that hatred seed there for her to do all these things?
There are some single mothers doing so well out there. You would even forget your dad. There are people out there and they don't have fathers. But they don't even remember anything like that. So they're just with their moms.
And they are good.
And they are good.
First off, let me just say that I don't think that anybody who is just raised by a single parent is good.
But better than some.
There's
To
always
some
there's-
degree, there
Yeah.
are degrees to it and there are levels to it. To some degree, some people face certain adversity more than
Yeah.
than
others.
others, yeah.
I think that there is something such as mental issues.
Let me
Yes.
tell you something. When a man impregnates a woman and he doesn't take it, the woman carrying whatever the seed is already traumatized.
Well, there's some form of pain there.
Yeah.
Before she gives birth, she's already traumatized. The man is not there for me. Where's the love? There are some people who would, keep the child, give birth, and then show them all kinds of love, raise them well. But trust me, if you get pregnant for a man and he's not there for you, even that alone is traumatic.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I agree to that.
It's true.
of course.
I think that's where I'm coming
And there
from.
will be
Yeah.
an extension of that to your child.
True.
Yes.
That one too is true. But you were saying something.
Both can be true and the same, or and different at the same time. You know, like what I'm saying, there's such a thing as mental issues, and we all go through some form of mental trauma, and you can get to pass it on.
Yeah.
And so I would not be as quick to throw any judgment on the mother because I do not know the full story. On her
Just
side.
an opinion.
I do not know the full story on her side. I would say though that a lot of people have issues in their relationship, and when there are children involved, the children end up becoming some form of pawn or play card
Tools.
or tool to be used. Yvonne Nelson's situation, what I take from it is that as much as it's peculiar to her and it's something, a very, very personal experience to her, it's rather not the exception. It is the norm in this
It's
country.
happening in a lot of places.
A lot
so-
of people are experiencing this, and I think that's why the story resounds also. There are a
Yeah.
lot of people who go around who don't know who their real parents are, or their parents don't tell them the whole truth. They just
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
You lied to a kid once, and you keep on lying and you keep on lying until you find out one day you look into the child's eye, you know that they are grown, and now they're asking you, and for you to
Questions.
admit to them that you're lying would
lied.
be such a break from everything that you have built. So you keep on lying. A lot of people do this, and older people are still people who are making mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody is still
Yeah.
making mistakes. So as
won't
much
judge.
as I see that part. I don't take the moral of the story. I don't take the lesson from that place.
But hold on, Charlie. Whoever is bashing Yvonne Nelson for speaking her truth, those people then be hypocrites.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
come
they
on.
go through
Everybody
the
has
same thing.
everybody
I
has
mean,
their truth to
like
say.
I always say this, we are all hypocrites. But like them people who they bash Yvonne Nelson for speaking her truth, them people be hypocrite. The last time I saw something I think A+ wrote,
Ah.
which was very unnecessary.
I think that's one.
like, which
craving
was so
for-
unnecessary. Like will make Yvonne Nelson feel like I think I saw another what was the name, counselor who said
The
Yvonne
lady.
Yvonne
That one,
Nelson
leave
is
it, leave
God.
it,
Ghanaian
leave it, leave it,
mentality.
leave it.
I
See,
don't get it. See,
Ghanaian mentality.
See, let me tell you something.
no,
I
and
have
it's
a
like,
lot
no,
of-
today you are not.
I have a lot of numbers.
The way I'm doing, leave it. Because that woman,
I have
should
a
be
lot of
told.
I have a lot of
Who certified it?
I have a lot of numbers on
What's her name?
TikTok.
Was Charlotte or
I have a lot of numbers on
when
TikTok.
she's there and she's saying the nice things, everybody supports. She can
I've
also
never
make
heard
mistakes.
her.
I don't know
This is
her.
the first time you're hearing of
I
her.
think
No, I mean every time she. No, sorry. Every time she opens her mouth to say something about relationship, she's always like making it look like is that easy. You know, is that simple?
Maybe she
you
did
do
that.
it this way and it's going to go your way. But you don't know the number of people that have done it that same way that have gotten wrong, bad feedbacks and all that. So you make it an open thing. But every time, if you're a woman and you do this, you're foolish. If you're a woman and you do this, you're that. If you're mature, you're mature, carry it on your head. Because what? Because what?
Go to her home and you
Ah,
Charlie, you'll be
really?
surprised
Because
what-
at some point she came to say on radio, we are not even diverting, but at some point she came to say on radio that she was doing independent woman and all that, and her marriage was not going well. And then when she decided
the way
to,
you are doing this is
no,
so
yes, because she was sitting on radio doing mamege when she decided to be submissive, like the Bible says, and she wanted to make it look like, every marriage is supposed to go a particular direction, and if it doesn't go, you will never enjoy it. She did this direction, it didn't work. So if you're a woman and you're out there, go through this direction, it worked for her.
That's her opinion. I
Can
always
you
say.
release? It's your opinion,
It's
but
your
you don't
opinion,
force your
but-
opinion
so
on
I
people.
don't care.
You don't go and write that the fact that Yvonne Nelson came out to mention the fact that she had a sexual encounter with Sarkodie and there was an abortion, and then you come to see every woman that has sex with somebody and then comes out to mention it is immature. You are mature. Carry it. It's food. Really.
Yet they are not happy in real life.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just trying to tell you guys. See, speaking of truth, you have no idea who that thing somebody will relate to, and how somebody will relate with it.
It's relatable.
For all you know, whatever you are saying will heal somebody or will make somebody feel like, oh, this situation, I also went through it. But when I went through it, maybe Yvonne Nelson in the book will show people how she was able to come out of this thing. And maybe when somebody hear this story, they will know, okay, when I also go or attack this situation this way, I'm going to be okay or something. And I tell people, I use my story on TikTok. Like, if you look at my numbers and you look at how people really love my content, everything I say there is my story. Apart from the Uber Diaries, like the tales, everything I say there is my story. And you see the people that come
are
into my
relating.
DM, that tells
because
me,
they're
oh,
relating.
Charlie, the thing you say, this thing where you say, this thing where you say.
Yeah, because
I mean, understand.
the difference between Yvonne and other people is that they are keeping their stories to themselves.
And it's giving you
she
headache.
And she has brought her own out.
See, I feel like if you have nothing to hide, Charlie, and you feel like you go feel share your story.
And you know what makes it so easy to talk about it? If it happened in the past times, you get it. It's past.
Yeah.
There's this guy I met when I was in Legon. I think 2020 or 2019. He kidnapped me. Oof. Yes. And now I don't
turned so fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he kidnapped me from school. And I didn't know how I ended up in his house.
Wait, how was how was the conversation like before you got to his house?
Let's go for ice cream date.
Okay.
I was a child, so.
How were you a
In
child?
I think I was
in uni.
Yeah, but
Were
I
you
didn't
not
know
past
anything.
18 years?
I was a virgin.
Oh, was she
Yeah.
embarrassed?
Yes. So it happened so fast, like just like a switch. And now I don't really. Back then, there's no way I would open my mouth and talk about it because I really struggled with him before I could get myself
away.
out there.
So
Yeah,
wait.
and I came out topless, like I was a lot.
Hey,
So-
wait.
Oh yeah. So now
Waity,
I can
me-
give more
waity,
information.
Waity, relax.
Yeah, let me relax.
Relax. So ice cream dates.
Yeah.
Then did he pick you up?
Yeah, he did.
So
you remember when he picked you up?
Yes.
you
But
walked-
I don't remember how we got to his
But you
house,
remember when
please.
he came to the school to pick
yes
you
to
up?
pick me
So
up. But I don't remember.
Do you
how
remember
we-
getting the ice cream?
No, we didn't even get it.
Okay,
You
so
didn't get the ice cream.
you walked from your room, sat in the car.
Yeah.
By the time you realized you were in his house.
Yes. I was
Oh,
in a couch
wow.
sleeping with my.
And when you woke
phone.
up, you were topless.
No. That's after show. Yeah, my nina person meant to be good.
So you woke up on his couch. You had not been touched. Nothing.
No. So he told me he left his wallet, and he wanted to come grab that. Such an experience. I was in shock. I was like,
Wait.
how did I get here? I was like, oh, you wanted to sleep. I don't know. I kept asking you why were you
rushing? You
busy?
sat in the car.
Yeah, I sat in
Then
the car.
immediately you sat in the car. By the time you opened your eyes again,
I was
you were
in
in
the
his
couch.
couch.
Yeah.
And then you asked him, "What am I doing here?"
Yes, I
and
was
he
in
says
shock.
you wanted to sleep.
Yeah, I was sleeping. So and
You
he
thought-
wanted to grab his wallet and blah blah blah. But
And
he's
so
going
he-
to drop me. So I should just be calm
Okay.
and relax.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm still in shock. Can you just go drop me? I was like, oh, they've released our dog. So
It was evening
evening.
time.
They released. Yeah, I didn't check the time. I think I was in shock and I wanted to talk to him more. So after talking to him for a while, I took the phone and I checked. It was around 8 something, getting to 9, and he told me their dog is a very big dog, a foreign dog. He himself is even afraid of the dog. So I should hold on. I should relax. He's not going to do anything to me. I was like, no, hold on. We just spoke on phone. We met We met a day before that event, and he saw me carrying luggages, so he decided to give me to where I was going to. I was going to Pent from a Kwafo Hall or something like that. And so me too, I needed the lift.
Of course,
I
you say you were
really
holding
did need-
things. So.
Yeah. And it was a friend's birthday, so I had gone to shop a few things for her. And then he gave me the lift. We spoke for a while. Oh, you are so cool. I like to have your number.
And the next thing is kidnap.
Next thing was kidnapped. And I have anger issues. So hona mitija. Oh yeah, I was like, are you crazy? How I was not dizzy. I remember I was not dizzy. I was
When
like,
you
are
woke up?
No. When I sat in the car and I didn't remember anything aside getting up to see I was in a couch with my phone beside me and all that. I was still arguing with him. I still remember Sam na meni nkuma sana metina will come. So how did I end up
In your couch.
in your couch sleeping like? How did you even carry? In fact, I was arguing, and I was quite rude. So he locked the doors. It was like, what do you mean? If I wanted to do something to you, I would have done it long time. Who are you?
By now, he has done. You just didn't know.
Oh no, come on. I would know. And then me edua no be bear me name and obi susu minte. Oh come on. It was not a deep.
The way he's invested.
Yeah, he's so invested in the story.
You are speechless, yeah?
Yeah, like this
and
is the
this
first time
is-
story of hearing someone.
and this is something I'm sharing on here because it's happened in the past.
First off, yes.
Yeah.
And
And I will give details of the guy. The guy is called Ray.
Hey.
And that time, 2020, 2019, he was driving a red Rava 4x4 car. He stayed at North Legon. That's where I
That's where he took
remember
you.
the Uber bringing me back from.
Hey.
Yes, North Legon. And it was my TA I called to help me with some money
To come back.
Ah,
But
one
how are
month,
you
couple
going
more
on a
months,
date?
yeah.
I
No.
looked. Do you know how I got out? So the story is long, okay?
No, how did you get out?
yeah,
Through a window.
that's what I'm saying. Before we go on, can we just acknowledge how this case has just switched?
Switch
In,
from
No, I mean,
It's centering around the
Yeah,
same
yeah. It's
the
similar.
fact that now she can talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, it's something. If it's past, and shada say fresh.
So this person has not been
Arrested?
or anything.
Oh,
No.
wow. No, Ghana
My
here.
friends
she walked
told
to the
me-
car by herself.
My friends told me that there's no need for me to report if
Your
he
friends-
didn't rape me.
Oh,
They educated you
Yeah.
wrong.
And then the guy too in the room when I was saying I'm going straight to the police station to report you, told me I will tell the police people you are my girlfriend and we had issues.
Well, yeah.
I was dumb. I told you I'm a virgin.
yes, I understand.
How would I even make this make sense?
I understand.
And I didn't feel anything. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
way the
shocked.
guy had sex with me. No. She get it. But I struggled with him.
So if you didn't want sex, why did you carry it to
This,
the house?
but you see,
No,
this.
no,
the-
the
the- for-
ideas.
like God.
I don't know how he got you to the house, but I know.
So
you wanted
from the
to-
beginning, he told me, me and my friends, we should, the same day he met me, we should go to his house for a jacuzzi party since it's her birthday. I was like, no, that's so lame. Me, I'm rude. That's so lame.
In the beginning,
The
no,
first time
the
we
day
met
that he was going to drop her
and
off.
gave me a lift. I told him it's my friend's birthday that I'm.
That's why
attending
she's
and
carrying plenty
good.
things.
So he was, oh, tell your friends, let's go. I was like,
And
that's
do
so lame. You
jacuzzi
just
party.
met me. Why would you do that? See you.
That you
later."
told somebody is lame, then the next day the person said, let's go to ice cream, then you are going.
No, listen. We
Why you
solved.
blaming
We
her?
solved.
I'm not blaming her. That part.
So the next day we spoke about lunch, having lunch, and I told him I had cooked. So I don't think it's.
You do the lunch.
He still said that's also rude for rejecting such an offer. It's just a lunch date.
Are we actually
What is
imagining
I
a
have
narcissist
cooked?
right now?
He is, and he's weird.
Are we? This thing switched so fast.
He's
Wow.
so weird. Yes, because
So
yes,
close to
but
this.
it's with me. So Yvonne has shared her own. Mine is with me. How would you know? So So you are not supposed to criticize people for sharing their stories.
Yeah, true.
Do you
That's
get
so
it?
true.
Good.
Because that gives you the
You think it was not
Inspires
traumatic
you.
to me? It was.
Oh yes.
I went through a lot. I even as of now, even though it's past, but thinking about it, I am a yasa boy and mama na ko free. As of now, no me sheshe. I woman wanna be see me more, be person me trouble is be near ko bono. Oh yeah, I have boys for that.
Hey,
I will let them flip
please.
you. Oh yeah. So but me tima me say, should I look for this guy? Maybe me call share not go be a car no.
So
Let
you
me
will
free.
still make him out today?
No, I don't know where he is right now, but he was working at the airport. The details I know about him, he's called Ray. Working at the airport, he drinks Voss. That's his
all you know.
that's his signature water.
Wow.
Voss water. He was driving that car as at that time, and he's tall, dark. That's it. He's so weird. I wanted to smash his things, but you know what? If I have myself, let me go. Life is precious. Let me just run off.
Okay. So that means
so many crimes being committed
At once.
At once
So
here
many.
right now, and
So many.
at once.
So that's why I can relate to whatever story she's sharing
So
out
for,
there.
For the people saying she shouldn't, and
And okay, I think people are not concentrating at the mother side. Me, I think it's the mother. The mother is the root
Root of
the
what?
whole book is about
everything
looking for
she's
a
going through right now. I'm not judging, it's my opinion.
Yeah.
I also have a mother. But the mom I have, the knowledge I have right now, she never had access to. You know, the 18th century and, you know, those mothers, they didn't have quality education. Even if they did, now social media has really opened our eyes
your
to
mother
a lot.
was definitely not
Not
born
in
in the
the
18th
No, not in the
century.
18th, but the
But,
That's what
18th.
it says,
Maybe she's
18th
saying
century.
the
Like
older-
Tete Fono, I'm saying
she's
the
exaggerating.
the archaic.
the way my heart skipped went,
She's 62.
the way my heart skipped when you said
You know,
all
the
that.
18th century mothers, the 19th century.
I feel sorry.
You know,
I feel sorry for what the kids are going to be telling me.
you know,
You don't know.
The
Like,
archaic
Gen Z people,
times.
They are telling you are an old man.
the
if you
archaic
don't
times,
know.
they didn't really have the quality education, you know, and the exposure we have right now. Me growing up, I didn't know anything about toxic relationship. I
That's
didn't
a matter
know
of education.
a lot. Do you think they teach in school? No.
No, I mean, we have the school education. we have
Social
the-
media
education is
taught
in
me
forms,
that.
Yeah.
Social media taught me that.
Social
So
media
social
taught
media.
you toxic relationship.
Yes, I never knew
Oh,
from
wow.
books. I never knew.
Okay.
So from what I was watching on social media, what I was reading, I was like, okay, so this is toxic. If someone, you know, that's how I got to learn about a lot of things. I did psychology, but psychology doesn't really go deep into, you know, personal. Like that.
How?
Like as in, the psychology I did.
Did you do the business side of psychology? Did you-
Yeah, I did business side of psychology.
Because the normal psychology I know, it's a personal psychology.
Yeah,
is,
it's about
you know,
human
the mind. So
life.
before you get to actually learn psychology, you need to
Yeah.
learn about that. Why
Yeah.
you nodding plenty like that?
I'm like,
He's
this-
so invested in my story, and now
No, it's like it's so much trauma in there. At
Yeah.
the same time, it's such a wealth of information because I've never heard
such a story.
from a person
Oh,
like
saying
right
They
there,
were grabbed and all.
and especially coming like the fact that it came out almost not out of a vacuum, but the fact that the story switched to that and
Yeah.
then
It
it
made
started
sense.
getting worse and progressively
Yeah.
worse,
Oh, yeah.
and so I'm just
like
I'm just like
I've experienced a lot.
yeah, in the end, I think what we're all trying to say is that everybody has a form of trauma one way or the other.
Yeah.
How you decide to deal with it is your
Is your own.
because we don't know what Yvonne Nelson was doing before she released this book.
Yeah.
How she was dealing with the whole situation
And
before
mental issues.
she released the book.
Yeah.
What she said was true. Before you actually open your mouth to talk about things like this publicly, it means you have dealt with it. For me, I would say that on a personal experience, before I would open my mouth, you know, for like I'm able to openly share certain things about
Yeah.
myself, my relationship with my mother, my relationship with, you know, how things are with my father. I'm openly able to share here because I've dealt with it to a point. not fully, but to a point where I can now talk about it without sharing.
I mean,
a
what do
tear.
you stand to lose?
Because at first, the second I open my mouth to talk about my dad, you can like literally then flood.
Sorry.
But now it's not like that again. So you have to deal with it to a point before you can really talk about it.
Yes.
So being able to talk about it means that she has dealt with it to a particular point. But the fact that she's still looking for her father means that she has not dealt with it 100%. She's still at a point where she needs her father. She needs to know the man that birthed her. You understand?
The mom didn't try at all.
Well, reading the story,
That's what I'm
nobody
saying.
knows
There
the
are
side-
cake times.
the man's
Those
side.
mothers, they didn't really know a lot.
We still don't know the man's side of the story. All we know is the mother. So, and the mother always guilt tripping her whenever
But it
she
doesn't
tries
matter.
to-
People are around with no fathers. You know, some people, they even raped them. They got pregnant. Yet they had kids,
No.
nurtured them very well, raised them
fact-
with love.
So understand this. So I think the fact that the mother is not telling her about the father does not also mean the mother does not love her. But yo, there are some things. As a girl child, every day they say that girls are connected with their fathers more than their mothers. Now imagine growing up, you have siblings that
Sorry, let me come in. You know, Yvonne could have gone through all these things, whether if the dad was even around. I hope you know she could have gone through all these. Some
Which
people are
of the
even
things are
going
you
through
talking
worse.
about? Because
The traumatic experiences she had.
which of the traumatic
Experience.
experiences? Because all the trauma she's going through now is basically
Starting from where?
stemming from I don't know my father.
No, I don't think so.
That
It's
was
not-
what she wrote.
That's what she's writing. But I think if you finish the book, that's not the root of what she's trying to put out there. Do you get it?
What's the root of what she's trying to put out
Yeah.
there?
I think she's full of her stories, being with her, sobbing all the time. Did you read the last part of the book? I think she was saying crying to a pillow, and now I want to know myself by putting my story out there. You know, I don't think the book is just about not knowing the father, because people have fathers, yet
No.
they are going through a lot.
No, listen. I think you're getting it from a wrong angle for me. Listen, she said in an interview with Giovanni, she said, I wrote this book looking for my father. Now, in the beginning of the book, she wrote why and when she started looking for her father. When was at the time the teacher said, are you guys related? No. Okay, when you go home, ask your parents. She goes home and, it starts hitting her that she's different. Her siblings have different names, And even, she said, even before the teacher she had known that she had a different name, but it wasn't really something she could question until there was that are you related question. And then she started questioning everything. Now, the boy that, the teacher thought they were, siblings, the boy's father will come to school. Then Yvonne will be scanning the man, looking for features that the man has that
That's
she also
crazy.
has.
That's overthinking. She was a child.
Well, she was becoming paranoid, please.
she's a child, so
It
that's what I'm
doesn't,
saying.
it doesn't mean, it does not mean.
That is
She
in-
lacked love
no,
from the childhood.
let me just interject
No.
and say
Because-
that I don't think that is a crazy thing at
It's
all.
not.
As a child,
As a child, it's not
looking
crazy.
at features of
She'll be looking at the man.
for what?
That is what a smart kid does.
That's what a smart kid does. She's
mean, she's-
curious.
I mean, she's curious, but she didn't really have the support from the other family members. Why would she
didn't
be
go and
thinking about
ask
that
any
at that
family
time?
member anyway. She didn't ask any family member anyway. No.
You said some have different names.
She has siblings with different names.
Good.
Different surnames.
Good.
What was this? Oh, God. Let me find the surname. There was, and then, why you laughing, Ote?
I had Kakao.
Why you laughing?
Yeah, so I think
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just
Sorry,
like this.
feel free.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let's dial this thing down and let's take it all.
Why are you
Let's take
laughing?
it all because it's. I'm seeing where there's a fracture, and I'm seeing where it is. You don't think that the story had anything to do about finding her father, and you think
I think she's
that
looking for her father.
she's looking for a father.
She's an injured child at heart looking for a father.
And make I go say something. Me too. I feel that like the Nanekia things feels. I think the whole story and everything she's been through connect to the fact that she didn't have a father.
Yes, it connects.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even missing that point. It connects.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I'm also saying that she could have also had the dad and gone through the same thing.
But that is of no
Possible.
consequence to the story.
No.
But it's possible.
Of
No, but
course,
people have fathers and their
If
fathers
we take it
are
from the
like.
story, if we take
if
it
that
from the
if
story,
but no, if that were the case, I think I'm trying to be like a moderator, but let me just say that subjectively and objectively also, I think that if that were the case, then that would be the story.
Yes, but the
But
story
that
is not
wasn't
that.
the story.
So whether the
So
father
the fact
was
that
there
she could have had a father and gone
and still
through
gone
all
through the
that
same
form
thing.
of trauma, that is not of. No one is contesting that, but
Yeah.
that is not of any consequence to the book
Right now.
or to the story.
Do you get
Let's
it?
leave it like that.
Uh-huh.
She's
So-
saying it, so let's go with that.
In the end,
Yeah.
right now, people are complaining she's talking too much, should have kept quiet, should have
She's
not
not talking
even
too
mentioned
much.
Sakodia's name or Inyanya's name.
She
What's
was
your
supposed to.
relationship?
She was supposed to mention,
That one there.
and that was so good. She's so smart,
I
and
mean,
she's
if
different.
If you're trying to sell something with the way attention span is like very very short,
Being different
to
cells.
get people's attention right now, you need to put some.
She
kind of
went
scandal out there
above
to get people's
The
attention.
ordinary, yes,
Apart from
because
that, you know, if the book
When I
was,
Papa
if
reading.
the book didn't, if she didn't drop name, if there was no name dropping, trust me,
She was just talking.
We'll definitely know Yvonne Nelson has dropped the book. She will go to the mall. She has fans that will sign.
Yeah.
But at this magnitude where the thing is everywhere,
Yeah.
definitely is
it's
because
the
of the
details.
name dropping.
Yeah, details.
Because of the name dropping. And,
Yeah.
and it helped. I mean, I don't fault her for that. It helped.
Oh yeah, it did.
It helped the book.
It
a
But
did.
I
lot.
think
It
why
did.
is everybody looking
Abortion-
at her profit? You know, because if we talk about that, it's like we're looking at her profit.
Everybody is
and
looking
not-
We don't care about the profit.
We are just talking about
Yes. She
was
the
being
name
smart.
dropping and the benefits it has for the book.
I think
you
that
think-
the benefit,
You think she was writing the book for just writing? She wants to sell.
of course, nobody lights a fire and puts it under a bed.
Exactly.
If you light a fire, you put it on top of a hill so that people see. So, of course, if
Of
she has a
course,
story
she's-
to tell, she would naturally want that story to trend
yeah.
or to have
To sell.
some form of traction and to sell, yes. But I don't think that when we all look from that perspective, it does any justice to what is being spoken about. You know,
Yes.
it relegates everything to
Trying to sell a book.
trying to sell a book or some sort of clickbait
But that is not the point. The point is that
Process
there's a
that she's
No,
using.
story.
we all agree the book it
I
has
think
substance.
the
And she's
people,
trying to
I also
find
think
a
that the
father.
people who were mentioned,
Uh-huh.
should they not have been mentioned? Imagine, let's take Sarkodie. If she just came out to say a big time rapper from Tema and just left it there for everybody to infer who it was and
It was
everything,
vague like that.
it wouldn't make any. And then if she just came to say, oh, a big man in a church, the son of the big man, the pastor who came to her personally, she didn't mention the pastor's name. But the pastor's son, who is of less, if it had been another, so you understand. And I also think that the people whose name were mentioned are the people, perhaps, the people who had the most impact on her life to
Yeah.
shape. So if your name didn't get mentioned, maybe yes, you were part of
You
the
didn't
story,
do-
but impact.
But then,
Yeah.
no,
And I
But
think
this is another angle I wanted to
I-
also.
yeah.
What if you know, what if the abortion part, right? That she mentioned Sarkodie's name. The focus is not about the person that she did the abortion for, but the abortion itself.
Yes.
She
The
was
pain.
talking about the pain of
The
the abortion.
pain.
Yes, yes, yes.
The pain.
Yes.
But guys, can we throw some light on the pastor's son? What the fuck, pastor's son? They need what
my
they name
God.
convoy with bodyguards and things.
It's not human being.
No, but like pastor and son,
They are doing too
they
much.
come with like entourage.
Let
Oh,
me
yeah.
ask you.
Hey, Charlie, these people in a chill. Oh.
It's
Let me
power.
ask you, Chef Dami. I bet she's also walking around with secrets.
Forget that one. Forget
Chef
Chef Dami.
Dami is also walking around with secrets.
Forget that one. Forget that one. But what
I
are the
think
talks?
I think the more you have, the more you have to protect.
Oh, okay.
It's the money and power. It comes with a lot, so
because
you have
to
to.
me, and they feel say, so if in sun self they move like this, then poppy yeah.
Oh yeah.
The more you have, the more you have to protect.
My own about the whole pastor part.
Ghana
the
is
fact
not
that
that
The fact that you have to
dangerous.
pray for
When
her.
it comes to protecting
there are some
yourself.
demons.
How can you in the same breath? How can you in the same breath? Right now, you let me know. You just explain to us how you got kidnapped, and then in the same breath you say Ghana is not that dangerous.
compared
Ghana-
to the foreigners.
Ghana is-
Foreigners.
Ghana
Compared
is
to
not that
Ghana
safe
to
again, no.
it's not about
Ghana
right now.
is not
If
safe again.
am I
No, I get where you're going.
it happens, but
get
I'm
where you're
talking
going.
about
Ghana
everyday
is
life.
indeed dangerous.
Ghana
A
is.
policeman,
everywhere in
a
the world.
policeman
I don't think
was
it's
I
dangerous
know we'll go there,
compared
but
to
like,
the
like
abroad.
everywhere in the world, Ghana
They
is
don't do the shootings like that.
to
For a
Everywhere in
pastor
the
to
world is
have
dangerous.
thousands of security
some-
men around him.
to
For
some
what?
extent more than others.
Who are you running from?
You're not comparing Ghana. You can't compare Ghana to the all of the West. Maybe
Yeah.
you're comparing Ghana to America.
That's what I'm
But
comparing.
there are things in
Ghana
America.
to.
There are things in America also that do not exist here in terms of security.
Yeah.
Oh.
All that I'm saying is the fact that he's a pastor. He's not just any pastor's son. You have to understand from. Yes, we can say
get it.
why should he have?
Why should
He's
he have?
just a
Because
normal
they are
human being.
preaching- No, and,
then-
about the
and-
fact that they are preaching about God's protection
Uh-huh.
and
that
God
one-
is
that one- no,
protecting.
Why are you scared?
No,
Who are you running
But-
away from?
But then
No,
Satan
but that
is
one-
not human being.
God hasn't come down to protect
he
you.
uses human beings.
Yeah,
Eh,
but you don't need a pool of security men.
I
be
don't
around
think
you. Who are
anybody
you running away from?
anybody
You're a
needs
pastor.
when it comes to the real fact there nobody on this earth should need security, but we do not walk in that
Ghana is
sort of
Ghana.
ideal
Me, I think
anywhere
Ghana
in
is
the
safe.
world.
I don't
And
know,
the
but-
more
Same
you
here.
have,
I think
I've
Ghana
been
is
to
safe.
some places in
Yeah,
this world.
I think
and
Ghana is
know
safe. So I
Ghana
don't
is
really
safe,
think you
trust me.
need a
Ghana
pool of
is
security
safe,
men around
but
you.
the more you have, the
Yeah.
more you have to guard.
Yeah.
The more you, if this
That's
is just
true.
general rule of life.
That's
if,
true.
If you have a room, if you're walking past a room and the gate of that room is opened and it's lying bare and you can see into the room, there is nothing in that room.
Yeah.
People close their houses because of the treasures they have inside. So, someone like him, I do not for 1 minute question why
He has
he had
security.
security guards or anything. I question
He
the
was
extravagance.
But they said it
hammering
is
on
with-
the number of
interact
guards.
like with squad or like
Omo
couple
dawson.
bebree, plenty people.
And all can yes
Even if
security
he came-
in
That is what some-
generic
if
terms.
she came, if the
But-
guy came with just one security, like a
It
policeman
makes
with a
sense.
gun or something.
It makes sense.
But
But
Yvonne
why-
said, what is Bonnie saying? That she said, who is that? Because the person, the guy caught her attention because of the number of people guarding him.
Police
Yeah.
escort. He's going around with a police escort.
With a lot of people. That is what caught her attention.
So your problem is the fact that a
we
pastor's
don't-
son
No.
walking
Me,
around with.
my question be say,
Why would they want
why
him
they
dead
need
though?
plenty people like that to walk around?
That's what he wants. Like
Fine,
really.
if you
They
answer
have the
me like
money.
that, that'd be
Let
cool.
them pay for it. But me, I think
And
Ghana
they
is
have the
safe.
money. People they pay tithes, them pay.
I think Ghana is safe. They're overdoing it.
You see, when you're asking a question, let's not ask the question in a passive-aggressive way. Let us say what we are saying.
But we
Yeah,
dey say what we dey say.
we are also
But we
tithes
dey-
and offering.
No, and they talk
You
say,
get
I say.
And then drop
But
little
what did you say? You said
Bombs
the
hints
on
money.
the
over there.
side.
No, you said
Bombs
she
on
has.
the
You
side.
said he has the money. And I say, yeah, she get the money. He get the money. People they pay tithes, then they take pay, then interact, then convoy. People,
Why?
But it's not
You
tight
did
to
my
the-
account office.
I don't
You
think
did
he
my
has
account office.
businesses.
You
They
did
have
them account
businesses.
office.
But the businesses, what funded them business?
You can't on record say you know what funded
I
those
don't.
business.
I asked a question. I didn't say, "Oh, this be what." I say, "How them fund their businesses?" That be what I ask.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody gets in entourage where they take come
the
their
way,
place.
See, me, I've come to realize that if you're a popular person or if you're, those, let me even use popular because whether religion is making you popular, whether Satan is making, whatever is making you popular, people feel that they have that way to talk about what you use your money or your arrangement to use your money to do. Many music, I say I want 300 billion and
It's up to you. Yeah.
What's your wala?
See, when it comes to when your funds,
We are always behaving like we don't know how rich people in Ghana behave.
We
Or yes, he's not.
see me. I've seen
Some
seen
people are
Osef
very
Kwame.
rich. You wouldn't
See,
even
I've
know
seen
until
Osef
you
Kwame
get to
more
know
than
them.
3 times. I've seen what's the name? Kojo Sapon. His friend Kofi Sapon. Some I forgot his name. Specialized so many times driving alone in town. I've seen Osef Kwame driving alone in town.
I
What are you
mean,
talking about? Despite I've seen him so many
let's
driving his
switch
Tesla,
this.
driving
Let's switch
alone
this.
in town.
I second
switch this.
what you're saying. The fact that one person does it and one person doesn't say it.
No, but when you say rich, if you are rich, then they mean say
It
you
means
forget
say you-
protection.
There are
No.
that
places
is
where
what
they
I'm
will
saying.
go and they will take protection.
Yes,
maybe
there
the
are
fact
places
that
they'll go and
maybe
take
the
protection.
fact
Going to somebody's set, you need protection.
need
Why?
pro- from
Give
who?
me Action film.
Who wants to kill
no,
you?
not really. I'm just saying that the fact that also sometimes you should see that the fact that this man with all his money still is confident in himself that much that nobody would dare that he can drive alone on the street. That in itself is power talking. Do you understand?
Bro, don't shift goalposts. This is what
I am not shifting the goalpost, am
let
I?
me tell you, that's what you did do because at one breath you said if you
No,
have
what's-
money and you are good. No,
what's-
if you
what's-
said
I am just
At
giving
at one breath
levels.
you said if you have money and
I'm
you are
just giving you levels.
So, okay, listen, no. What you're saying is,
okay. If there is anybody to feel say they are confident enough to drive alone in town, it should be the pastor's son.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
If you're-
Of
if
course.
your
Because
father
they are
be too
not-
clean.
I
Your
mean,
father be too
it's
nice.
their dads that have
I
the
concede,
fame and
I
all that.
concede.
okay.
I concede.
It's okay.
I concede. You are right. I concede.
Last time I met
if anybody should drive
I met
and feel confident
this
on-
pastor
on the
with
road, it will be pastor and son.
I concede.
with a I want to remember the name with a son drama on social media.
Which one? Opinion.
No, this fair guy. Good. I recently met the son
Which of them?
driving on the one with
the
the
one
drama,
with
so much drama on social
okay,
media.
Yeah, the rapper.
And I also knew pastor.
It was
ba.
not him
was
that you
driving
were
alone.
talking about.
I'm me
We're
the
talking
Bible
about the
say or
other
no.
one.
Me say or no, me share couple of them out.
Charlie be
and they
extreme.
don't.
Let's conclude on this Yvonne Nelson thing because we've said everybody has said their 2 cents about it.
We have said more than 2
2
cents.
cents.
And the case has
And it has jumped to kidnap.
always it's like when we are having this conversation, there's an unfinished business
There's
somewhere.
an
yeah.
unfinished business somewhere. But then in the end, kudos to you, Yvonne Nelson.
Kudos.
Yeah,
in the same
we are
breath,
very
can
proud
we
of
give
you.
a shout out to,
Bellamundi. Yeah, so we're going to, for doing the global citizen thing. Baby girl, mama, you're going, you're flying.
You're doing
Sharp.
so well.
Big up, big up,
Yeah,
big up.
that's really good. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Here's some of the stories which you highlight.
Yeah.
That's
So Yvonne is doing amazing. Bella is doing the most. And Sakode to have said his own and passed by. Inyanya to have said his own and it has passed by.
Sakode gave a response.
Yeah, he did, but it was not
replied?
like he didn't say words.
What did he say?
He did a video of his sauce and sneakers, and there was a song playing. Some J. Cole song that I hear the song was very insultive.
You should go
Calling
and
Yvonne a
apologize.
hoe
That's
or
all.
something in the thing. But then he should not
Should
take
go
it as
and
a big deal
apologize.
because it was not supposed to be about him. It was supposed to be about the pain she went through during
His
the
part.
abortion. So no shade here. So
I don't also, I don't
Yeah,
have any
bold, you
judgment for
also count.
Sarkodie.
I don't.
In all of this, I don't even have any
See,
judgment
it
for
happens
him.
in our daily life. They should not-
There's nothing being judged here. We are just talking about it. We are just.
It is just
sharing opinions.
people. It is just people are doing agenda, because some of these boys on social media that will go under Sarkodie's post.
They are the same people.
Do you know what's funny?
Condom kromun to me.
Do you know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Oh yeah, they don't. They
When
can't
this
afford
thing
condoms.
But in the
Sarkodie
same
hadn't
breath,
tweeted
can we give
for
shout
over
out to,
16, 17
Balamundi?
hours.
Wow.
And
Yeah, for
everybody
the-
was
for the host.
waiting
Yeah.
for him to tweet.
Yeah.
And then he dedicated his
Global
first
citizen
tweet
in France.
for B for Bona, his
Charlie.
song. You know, retweeted B for Bona's
Ofe
song,
fan.
and then did a
Ofe
few
fan.
emojis. Yes. And then,
Hey,
you know,
one day the CIA will drop it.
Here's some of the stories.
and then B for Bona's song, you know,
Perfect timing.
people started talking about B for Bona's song because of the tweets Sarkodie
Yeah.
did. And then people would go under the comment section and start writing, what you did, you think is good. You made
Yeah.
somebody's daughter go and do abortion.
They are
Then
the
when you
ones I'm
finish, you
talking
go and
about.
give birth to Titi. Like,
People are crazy.
I was just-
crazy.
I don't like
going-
Twitter.
it's crazy. And then
I really
somebody
don't like
went
it there.
far, went to Tracy's comment section.
Oh yeah.
and
On
said
Instagram.
you won't advise your husband.
Charlie Ghana.
Someone said she's showing her ring.
Yeah, she did some
Meaning,
video.
yeah.
She was
and
doing
And
a
they're
video for
saying
some
she's showing
charity.
her ring.
And
That's
the
so
ring was, yeah,
unnecessary
sister.
for people to talk
Of
about.
the
I
married
mean,
one,
come
what's
on.
it? can
You
say
know,
whatever
She's a
you want.
wife.
And people were just making
And this
agenda.
happened a long time ago.
Agenda.
No, she posted the
No.
ring.
No, I'm
video
talking about
recently.
the issue. So
Yeah.
what should she
Yeah,
do?
but
So
the ring
agenda.
video
She
was
should
just
absolutely
the
nothing.
People were just doing agenda, kind of an agenda. So you people should relax. It's somebody just sharing her story.
Yeah.
And she has shared a story. If you have your own.
Yeah. Some
that's
of
why-
you, when you girls no me catch them, I say enyem. Huh? When you girls ni mu ya be tweeting you made her do abortion. Who bet me to abortion?
You sit in
Can
your
you pay
home,
for it?
It's
Some of them Twitter, I don't know, but they are just small boys. Do you know people who really insult people and troll people on social media? There are some small boys, small girls
Well, I mean,
behind
if you
the
don't
full
need to
some
maybe there.
some people with
They
low
just
self-esteem. Like you.
So yeah, that social media has been messy this week. Like really.
Please
Last
let
week and
her
this
be.
week.
She's sharing her story and then
Are we coming to the end of this
Yes,
segment?
we are.
I want to
Let's talk
And
about- like, I
we
want
have
us to
we have
Yeah.
not said anything about the missing submersible.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think
Which
it's
one?
confirmed. It's confirmed that. Can you give a background? Like
On which one?
Like the people. Who
Ah,
a little
okay.
background.
So over the years,
Let me-
a billionaire, okay, so over the years, a billionaire came up with an idea to build, you know,
submersible
was
thing.
was there submarine, a very tiny submarine, submersible, that you know would go and check out the wrecked Titanic. So it would turn into a business one way or the other, where they would, you know, tourism, you know, traveling, adventure, and then they've actually done some trips as a test
They've
run.
done two trips. Three
Hey, they've
trips
done
already.
plenty.
Three
Three.
trips already.
So they did a few trips, and then finally he convinced Scafo, Odogu people, convinced billionaires, and then so there were 5 people in the submersible.
It was 4 people plus him, the owner of the company.
So total 5. So I'm about to mention them. There's a Dubai billionaire, and then there's one more billionaire and his 19-year-old son. There's a French Navy guy, and then there's the CEO of the submersible company, the Ocean Gate. And then they went there, you know, they've done test runs. So this one is them actually going there. And then apparently, this is not even necessary, but I'll still add, I can overdo it. The 19-year-old boy was very terrified about the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
heard about that story.
Yes, and he went
Yeah.
just to make the father happy.
For Father's Day, because the whole
For
trip was
Father's
done
Day.
on Father's Day.
Terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's young.
Terrible.
Yeah.
He's a
Very
university
young.
student in British. So
Oh.
they went, and the whole thing is that we were here shouting their oxygen is going to finish. Their oxygen is going to finish. Meanwhile, they had already died before we were even shouting about the oxygen, because it imploded.
Yeah.
The thing imploded down there.
So when they were going down, when they were
going-
it takes 2 hours, 2 hours 30 minutes to get
35,000
down there.
feet.
So it was going to be like a day thing.
No, it takes 2 hours.
I mean,
30
the
minutes.
trip, it was
Okay.
not going to be like they are going to be spent
So
more
they will
than 2
go-
days or one day
Okay,
there.
so they will go.
They were going to go and
No,
come.
the whole thing is they will go down there. It takes 2 hours, 30 minutes to get down
Get
there.
down there,
Explore for 8 hours.
explore, and come back.
Explore for 8
8
hours.
hours.
Yes.
Then come back
So
with another 2 hours, 30
that was
minutes.
not even
That
up
was
to
a trip.
15 hours, Abi.
Yeah, that was the whole trip.
So
But
it was
when
going to
they-
be a day thing.
Okay, but when they were going in there, they had communication with the mothership that brought them to that place where the
Where they were going to dive
Titanic.
in. Yeah.
So they had communication with the mothership, but after like 1 hour 45 minutes, they lost contact.
So whilst they were going down, they lost contact.
Yeah.
Now, the thing started to, because now they brought people in to start looking for them, right? And then they discovered that what was controlling the thing was PS5 controller.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
the man
That's
has
why
always-
he's
he has
been
always-
there before.
No, he has always said it.
Yeah.
But it came out like when everybody,
Yeah.
they were like, the controller was a PS controller. And then everybody said, oh no, this was not a prepared thing. Like, how were you able to convince people with such money to follow you to something that is not
I think it's because
safe?
he's been there before.
He has had
Right.
successful trips.
Good.
It's not safe and all that. Now, a few hours have gone in. We're still looking for them. And nobody knew they had died. We're still doing oxygen. So I think yesterday,
After 4 days.
after 4 days, on Thursday, right? And then they said the thing imploded.
They saw debris.
They
of
saw
the-
debris. They heard some noises, and in the end, they said they realized the thing
I heard
imploded,
this.
and they died at once. It was not even a matter of they
Really?
went off oxygen.
Yeah, they said somebody was explaining that the kind of pressure down there.
Oh yeah.
they won't-
And
they
it's very
won't-
cold
You
too.
wouldn't even get pain. They wouldn't even go
They
through
won't
things.
feel anything.
Oh.
Because the kind of
Pressure there.
you will lose your
Hearing,
Your
eardrums,
senses.
like it will just pop.
But
Then-
do you guys really understand all that was said about that? Really?
Like
no,
how-
but I mean,
like
per-
can you explain like
per
how?
what what do you call they were saying, they didn't really feel much pain before they were thinking they were going to run out of oxygen and then suffer before they die. But then this time there was no suffering. It was like once and then they all died.
Yeah,
But
it's
if you have
imploded.
anything that you actually
That's what they are saying, or they've gone to see.
oh, that's
No,
what
with
they
the
are
kind of pressure
explaining.
down
How are
there.
you going to explain?
Okay,
They went and they
then
got
I don't
missing.
really,
Who-
I don't
who is
really,
going there
I don't
again to
really
where?
believe that then,
No,
because
with the
maybe
kind-
they had a very suffering
no,
time.
with the kind of pressure down there.
It was not safe.
You
But-
like it pushes every water in you. It rushes it to your brain like and it is within
To
some
be a
seconds.
swift, yeah, I get it.
Like
Crazy.
some seconds.
Nothing, you have something to
I get
say.
it.
It's like you have explaining to
I don't know, but
explain.
after hearing that story, I think I would channel it to spirituality. I don't know.
Of course, you're African. We'll
Of
get
course.
no. Don't worry. We'll get
One
there.
thing you don't understand is
Minduru,
Emrofo, they like history, right? Omo pay
Adventure,
history.
adventure.
They almost pay adventure. That's why
eh,
they would
Dora,
pay for something
Dora
like that.
there.
But tell me why 3 were successful. What happened this time around?
No,
And I'm at
it's-
a boat means what capsize you said there be nipa 700 and
that one
something.
happens every day. That is
Oh, but that one happened
that is
before.
migrate like
I think it's
illegal.
just
What's
recently.
happening?
It happened before this
This
People's
one.
matter came.
But that happens all
So
the
what's
time.
happening in the
People die
ocean?
on that sea all the time.
Nothing. You were saying something.
Okay, so most of everything that you said was right. I just wanted to throw a little light on the whole subject.
Yeah.
So, according to what sources say or what we know from watching on social media and on the news, as early as Monday, the people in the kind of community, the billionaire community, the submarine community, anybody who was in that sort of circle,
New.
they knew what had happened, or at least they knew that
They were there.
they were dead. What had not been found until Thursday was debris from the
tube.
whole incident. The story that came was that as you said, as they descended, the only thing that could be heard from the top was a bang.
Oh, they heard a bang.
Yeah.
Yes, but they had connections from the submersible to a main ship up.
Yeah.
And they had a bang. And when they had a bang, there were two things that were not working. First, the transponder was not working, and the comms on the submersible was not working.
Okay.
Now, the transponder they're talking about is an autonomous system, meaning that it works on its own, away from it's on the submersible, but it works on its own with its own power and everything. So that if anything at all should happen to the submersible, that alone could survive and still beam back information. The fact that also was lost was signified to them as early as
So they knew.
Monday
So
that
they did gatekeeping and then released
that
the
they
information.
were dead.
when-
But of course, exactly, they couldn't just bring out the story
They needed
like that. They needed
evidence.
confirmation of the story, and also, I think for the news, it's a story they can stretch. Let us
Yeah,
not forget
progress,
that
yeah.
news is work. So it's a story they can stretch, and then they, for a whole week or for
So
a
you,
few
you
days.
want to say that all these news people knew what was going on?
Not
I
the
think
news.
some people knew.
Like the head, like
Very, very, very
top people.
Yeah.
top people knew, but this is their work. At the top, this is their work. There's some very, very top people knew, but it wasn't until they found debris that we could say for sure.
That's the
You know, sometimes everybody knows, but if you haven't found any evidence of yes of what you're saying, the world is strange.
Yeah.
So they were waiting for that, and that's what gave us the story. In fact, he has a lot of things that we know about that deep under the sea.
Yeah.
Is from trips that he has taken down there.
Did you just be under the sea? Oh God. I remember under the sea.
The ocean is wild.
Don't do
though.
me like that. Don't do me
The
like
ocean
that.
under
very
the sea,
wild.
at the bottom of the ocean, it's under the
Everybody
sea.
So-
should be scared.
He
Utte, how far?
Oh, the
Well,
deep, the deep.
Hey,
13,000
35.
No, 13,000
Is it-
feet.
Is it 13 or 3,500?
3,500 feet.
13,000.
Let me check.
Well, we
let
can
me
always
check.
check.
Let me check.
35,000 feet.
13,000.
How deep?
I wouldn't know.
No, it's the
5,000.
ocean, not the Titanic.
No, the ocean,
Titanic. Oh.
the ocean
No.
at
We are
its
talking
deepest
about
is very,
where,
very
how deep the Titanic is.
It's 13,000.
Oh, really?
Max depth is. I don't know if I'm getting it right.
Check the Titanic one.
How
The
deep is the
Titanic.
Titanic in the ocean?
Check
Miles,
it in
feet.
feet.
Feet. How many feet?
So
I think it's 35,000.
I think it's 12,000.
the Simpson part of it that I'm talking about is that is it the director also said he made trips there and the aura around the Titanic is not.
It's not nice.
You could,
Yeah, but people keep
12,500
saying
feet.
13, like it's 12,500.
Oh, okay.
said they've rounded up.
They round
That
it up.
is now wardrobe height. Cry, you're saying 7 feet.
Wow.
Do you know the
Calculate.
have you seen the Burj Khalifa before? Like it be 7,000.
Thousands.
Damn.
And if you day down and watch the Burj Khalifa, will be 7,000.
No one needs to cry, bro.
Can you imagine 12,000 feet?
That's
You know the pressure they're talking about.
Why
You
would
know
you
that
go?
you know that all around Earth, all around atmosphere is exerting pressure on us.
Yeah.
Equally from every part of us.
Okay.
So, and air actually has weight.
Yes.
But our bodies are meant for the pressure that the atmosphere exerts on us.
Yeah.
Okay.
The deeper you go under the water, like if you go into water, then all of that changes.
There's no air.
There's no air, but then there's water. And water also has weight.
and you're not a
Yes.
fish.
And it's pressing on you from all sides.
Yeah.
If you are not too deep, there's not a lot of weight pressing on you.
Yeah.
When you go down
The
there,
deeper you go, there's so like
that kind of
at
pressure.
at 13,000 feet.
It's a sharks for one.
Oh, now what trash.
The
ass.
sharks
Yeah,
can
real
go-
more.
No,
The
there is-
sharks
there is
cannot
a
even
whale
get
that
there.
can go there.
The
There's
whale-
a-
the
there
blue
is-
something
there is-
whale, I forgot
Yeah, that can go, that can even go
Sharks
beyond
quarantine and
Yeah.
the
mystery.
13,000.
Oh,
At,
sharks, they can't
blue
stay
at
safe
oceans,
at
no.
that at that place, the pressure of the whole ocean is pushing on you on all sides. Anything that goes there is built to withstand pressure. Anything that has oxygen in it would definitely, because the pressure is always trying to squeeze any air pocket out.
Okay.
So at that depth alone, you can't go in there with anything that can have any form of fault. Let us not just throw away the whole submersible was being controlled by a PlayStation 5 controller, yes, but the technology that's being used there and
It's high tech.
is high tech. As much as it has its big fault, you see, let's not like just pretend as if these were just people
Well,
just
they
jumped in
just
some
woke up
tin
and
cans
they
and they went
yes.
down and
So
went
they
to
took
kill
time to
themselves.
do
They
it.
understood, at least they understood.
They said the way they were signing, the waivers they were signing, first speech, death 3 times.
Of course,
So-
of course,
Anything can happen.
Yes.
of
the
course.
waivers
But
they were
the man
signing.
should have listened, because in 2015, I think he hired structural engineer to check. And the structural engineer said there's so many faults with this thing. Because, at the depth which they're going, all they need for there to be a little problem is a little dent.
Yes.
Like you have to understand that the slightest air pocket that shows up on that
The
submersible,
water will just.
straight away, the pressure from that pocket is squeezing all the air out through that small pocket.
Yeah.
So that's what makes everything implode. Like squeezing on itself and just boom, falling on itself. The people in the submersible, they wouldn't have felt anything.
Anything.
Even their cells would not be able to survive. That sort of, because it's not just water being squeezed out of it's being squeezed out of everything,
Everything.
and
Even in their system.
everything in there.
Shit. You guys, let's end there. It's getting.
Well,
That's why everybody is looking
But
at
I've
the
learned,
human side
like,
of
I've
this.
learned so much from it.
we've also learned a lot of
I've
things.
learned,
Yes,
like, I've learned so I didn't know.
yes, their death wasn't painful, but it throws a light to the fact that over $10 million was spent looking for them.
For
Yeah.
them.
And for a few days, these few people could captivate the whole world with
World.
their death.
You know,
Whilst
they said
No, some people said they
they've
faked
not
their death.
explored the ocean as much as they explored the space.
yes,
And that, I mean, when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yes.
Did you also hear
Wow.
about
but it's
the-
because of the pressure.
The pressure down there.
Be-
But going up there too, it looks
It's
scary.
serious, though.
It's very
but
scary.
It's not really.
it's very,
it's
no,
not.
it's
But
very, very
it's
serious.
because they've done
Are
it
you
over
sure?
and over. Right?
It's very,
so
very, very,
scary.
very serious. But the physics of it is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are both difficult in different ways, but certain ones can be solved quicker than others.
I think they should. I'm sure they are going to explore it
Okay.
now.
Nothing. Did you?
Okay, when the pressure they're talking about, it is not you,
But a submarine doesn't go to that.
because a submarine has a, I stand to be corrected, but for the whole it's made with, like, it has a ceramic
level. Okay.
I
holding.
don't know
Like
anything about
anything
submarines,
that
so-
is going there is actually thick and like strong enough to withstand
Any pressure.
pressure. So, and the deeper you go, the more pressure you. So, his submersible was built with carbon fiber, and
Not just carbon. It had other stuff. as
yes,
well.
it had other stuff, but it did not have like the, how do I say it, the traditional things that you would think that they will build a submersible with. This is a totally new experiment on its own. And the people, just last year, one of the billionaires who died in the submersible went to space with Jeff Bezos. So it could have been here or there.
Yeah.
Right now, we know now that now the story of him running the thing with the PS,
People knew this.
yes. As far as it was working, nobody really, everybody would probably think this is a smart idea. You're able to run these things with normal, you
PS
don't need,
controllers.
yeah, he's proving a point. Aside all of that, I don't want to get into their mind or anything.
Yeah.
The story of it is that billionaires, 5 billionaires or 5 people can because of their status in this world, can gather more view, can gather more attention than
70 people who
750 people
Yeah,
or
the
what-
boat
or-
that capsized.
of whatever
Nobody really.
of people
and that happens all the time.
and
Oh, yeah,
millions
it
of
happens all the
millions
time,
of
yeah.
migrants who
And
and also
But
also
just these
for
people-
one thing to everybody that also another part that I take from it is that for all the money they had, for everything that they had,
Even the CEO.
they would give anything at this time
Just
to
to be
trade places with the poorest person.
That thing that
Yeah.
you guys keep saying, you're sure?
Oh, it's true.
When
Have you
Life-
ever been at the edge of death before?
Life
with
is
when you
Have you
is
ever
the-
been?
I have.
Yeah.
life
Me
is the
wo
ultimate.
Legon and a yin explode
the gas
sagas.
filling station.
We were
Oh, it was your hostel at the
TF. If you see naked women running and naked men running for their lives, you know life is precious.
Anyway,
Do you
if
get
we
it? So
continue
no
like this,
amount of money can buy.
in the end, we are sorry that they are dead,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we can't do
Thought
Our
of
anything.
prayers
condolences to their families.
Yeah, so I think we can
Yeah.
end this here.
Oh, let's talk about
Right.
But
the-
there's
the-
so
the
much-
You
billion-
guys
So
have
much
a lot
to
to
ask.
talk about too.
the
There's a
people,
lot
the-
to ask
the
about
car.
this thing that
Me,
happened, but
that thing, don't call it BullionVan, I beg you. Call
Yeah,
it
they-
pickup.
what's that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bullion van. It's carrying
Call
money.
it
Right.
pickup.
It's
The
carrying money.
BullionVan.
But
Call
the
it
whole thing
pickup.
look like the whole thing look fishy, kakra. The way
Call
did
it
you see the
pickup.
video?
Me, I saw the video.
I think so. Why did they go first? This is my question.
The
Why did they
driver,
go
the
into
driver
filling
should be
station
questioned.
first?
The
Why did you
driver.
go to the filling station? Because if you went
How
there
did
for
they
fuel,
even know?
If you went there, let's say if you went there for
Or they
fuel,
could be following it for a while.
Okay,
The
let's
let's
say
okay
that-
starts from one point before you get to another point.
So let's say
that thing I say is a
they
pickup.
went into the filling station for fuel. When he got there, the fuel pump, like two of them was free.
Yeah.
So the driver could have parked.
No, but he went to park where he
At the
went to
back.
park. There's nothing.
No
that
There's
attention.
nothing there, but so
they were going to
so
do fuel.
that's the question they should ask the driver. Why is it that if you're the filling station for fuel, why didn't you park next to the
Or
pump?
Has the
wait,
driver been?
uh-huh.
Has the driver? Have
Or
we-
waiting
no
queue.
information.
Do we
about
know?
it.
Okay.
We don't have any
We
information.
don't have a lot
But
of
this is the
information
question
here.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, we don't
don't have a
as
lot of
at now
information.
we don't have any information
we can't
except
talk-
for this loss of life.
The
and-
only information we
Which
have
is
is
really
that
sad.
they somehow ended up at the filling station. Whilst they were there, two motors came, one from here, one from there.
One thing that I want to
When-
ask that I don't know, because it didn't look to me as if they took any money.
Yeah, to me too. It
Yeah.
felt like they didn't take any.
Yeah.
Because if the money is at the back,
Uh-huh.
and all they did was kill
Uh-huh.
the police.
But
people.
someone told me
Uh-huh.
that they later drove the van away.
No, they didn't.
No, they
No,
didn't.
they
drive.
didn't.
They didn't drive the van
I,
away.
was, I didn't, I
Like
didn't
they
see
took
them
any
take
money.
any
No,
money.
no.
But they said they took
Off
money.
camera, someone is telling me that they drove the van away. Like,
No,
not,
they didn't.
okay.
take
they
it.
didn't drive the van away.
No, the van was there
Well,
until
I don't know. I
other
don't know
people,
about
other
that.
people
From
did
the
videos
video-
and started
We don't have
shouting, and the
much
police
details.
came there while
So the van was actually
there.
So
I didn't see them open the bag to take money. So where was
Same
the
here.
money?
Maybe
Are we
the
sure this
video
thing
was
was not
shot,
a
huh?
hit?
Eh, it
Are
could
we
also
sure this
be.
thing was not a hit and the money is just a cover up? Are we sure? Because I didn't see them take money.
yes, me too.
I didn't say.
Did
I
they, but
didn't
did
see
they
money.
take the man's AK for his gun though?
Yeah, they took the drivers.
The
Or
policeman's
what if
gun.
they drove the car away?
About it this way. Me, I didn't see they carried money. I saw black bag, but the thing, the pickup they were going with had a padlock at the back. So I presume that there's a bunch of money in there. They are transporting that money from one place to another. They were telling them. I was asking this question that if they were telling them, the police people, when they were going, so they didn't check to see. They were just, nobody's blaming anyone, but they were trained to be alert and all
What
that.
do you want to say?
You didn't check to see if you were being tailed by
Right now
motorbike.
we can't
like
we
it's
can't
more
so
about it.
exhausting. Like this thing happened. It wasn't last year, and it took a soul. It
But-
took
Oh, yeah.
somebody.
La-
Then BOG will sit there for this same pickup to go and carry another set of police.
It's
people
not the same
and kill
pickup,
them.
or is it?
I mean, the same type.
I think they should change this BullionVan or whatever
It's
to
not.
something
Stop
else.
calling it a bullion. It's a pickup.
It is a BullionVan.
No,
What's what you
this
think?
thing it has carried two.
I think they
lives,
should
like-
change
like
their
that.
Are
And we
you-
are sitting there.
they should just change the
So they
car
said they are bringing
to something
Kantanka's
else.
bullion van. They're going
because
to be,
now they know that such cars have money.
You are laughing. Oh, serious.
Oh.
You said they are doing Kantaka BullionVan.
And now claim it. Oh no,
July,
they should just change the whole thing
Change
to
what?
something
So that there
else.
will not move money.
Maybe say
Like,
me what you say. Now my bank ko you scheme more do pan de take out. Who would know and follow?
So you said they should use it to take car.
No, they should change the whole direction of BullionVan. I think they know say cars be say
no, they should. Yeah,
They should switch.
When you see these cars, you
Good,
know, sir,
good.
and the way
But
they
the
move-
BullionVans are protected enough that some of them are bulletproof. You shoot and the bullets will not go in.
No.
And
my
there are
question-
some other ways you can literally transport the money.
How? Please give us ideas.
Oh, me, I
They
think
should use
it's
their
their
bigger-
job. They
they
should
should
use
use their
their.
bigger
I'm not
cars.
here to think for
What
them. I
bigger
think
cars?
they
They
should
have
think
some
for
blue
themselves.
one, the big,
I'm not
big
here
one.
to think for
Like,
them.
I'm
Ghanaians
what
like
kind
to. I don't
No,
know,
it
but
be
people
into-
like
they-
to follow
they
the
move money
norm.
by big, like they look.
Something
I've
else.
seen those
Something
ones
Yeah, you see
else.
that
with the
one.
full police escort
Yeah,
and
that
everything.
one they look big. That one they look.
Yeah, I
like
don't be able to say
more
be
police.
sometimes
you know the
people
thing.
have the money and in Land Cruisers and then police for BD anymore. You would think it's just an escort. Maybe an
see,
escort. They should change
lastly,
their
the first one that happened. After that one happened, any other pickup that is going, then you see like 4 police cars following it. They were making
Stop
noise.
after a while.
Open. So how come you were doing 4 escort cars? How come this?
So
one?
like I'm
Ghana,
saying,
they
there's
are
no way an armed robber will come and shoot a
young boy
policeman.
like this.
Did you
And
did
leave
you
a
guys
driver.
know that last time situation, the police were implicated in that situation?
Yes.
And nothing, we've not heard anything
No,
as at
heard
yet
anything.
about what happened to the
So
situation.
this one
They
to
don't
say there
care.
was a police
we are
implication.
saying that we do not know.
Charlie.
And then the police people don't even update us with the case.
I do not. It's an unfortunate situation. The sort of security that needs to be go with transporting this kind of money. Why are they not doing it? And also, what there, like you said, there's a lot of questions. Why did
There are lots of questions.
why did the driver go and park at the particular place where the
And then he
they
ran away.
parked?
People say he's an inside man.
Could be.
This is crazy.
Could be because I'm sure Sena Sikani be see omochi. She gets so police.
Nobody
know.
knows. Don't
Why
assume.
are you assuming the
And
whole
because of
situation?
the video.
But we
all watched the
analyzing
video.
The whole thing from the video.
The video. One guy went to the driver's side. Like he carried
No,
something
not the driver's
out.
side, the back.
No, we yet to no more
Yes,
attack a
one
car.
was this way, the other was that
Good.
way.
And the other one on the left, the
all-
driver's
all-
side,
all
picked
I saw-
something.
All I saw that looked like anything was
the black
gun.
bag.
But I did not see.
Black
I-
bag.
I-
Whether
That's
it was
what
money
there was
or
I
a
saw the
black
black bag.
There
And
was
then
a
my
black
sister
bag.
will
There was a
Whether it
black
was
bag
gun
also.
or
From
money.
Fobe na what time Okobu Credo.
so
Share.
Okobu Credo, your friend is
Yes, they do
Abonte.
that.
Akwayi is can one.
No, they are they are there.
I'm Robert.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, no,
Shada
it-
go
it
mo
is po-
techniques.
It is possible. What she's saying is possible.
Who
because
crowdfunding
with
they
guns
pay
and everything,
sharp money.
people
I'm
will
going
be
to.
scared to even come there. So
Yes.
maybe when they have like a big, then sledgehammer, so he hit
Pa-
by no
Once
wealthy.
open and take.
But
And the
I-
thing,
but
the
the
funny
whole
thing when they are taking
situation-
it to the bank, they put them in what do you call it? Was it jute bags, sack bags, those bags?
They had an idea. I
So
think
you carry it
when
and
they
you go.
opened the car, they saw money.
No, this whole thing.
Nobody
I don't
knows.
want to
Nobody
say
is
it's,
assuming.
I'm just
Me that me who black bag be. I
I'm
think
just
it's
seeing
money.
like that we're all inferring
Me who
into
black
things
bag
that
be a ska.
we really do not know. But
Yes, he can drive and also
Well, maybe we are also watching too
Omunche
much of
driver,
American
no more-
movies.
Omu Bisa
Yes.
I just feel like maybe this
But,
could be
Charlie,
inside job.
because me to me
it
go
could
shoot
be,
you obi na me
it could be
ska.
not. I think
It could have also been a
I
hit,
think the
not
unfortunate
necessarily because
situation
of
is the
the
life lost
Oh,
here.
come
Yeah,
on.
that's the thing.
The
That's
man
thing.
doesn't look like someone obi betimi anya no ho time at time ya me ko shoot.
Ah.
Yeah,
But
you
Obi
never
can
know.
wire
Trey.
through
How
the-
does
yeah,
people
through
that
Oh no.
Ah,
we-
you are
does
trust
some
anybody
stuff,
with
He's
Papa
some
like,
calm
that
police.
stuff
Okay, yeah, it could
looks
also
like
happen.
people
This
that
Marjo's
you have
issue
no
is
idea
just
that
quite
man
unfortunate.
maybe he's into something. The policeman maybe
Yeah.
is into
No,
some
maybe it's
kind
a
of
hit.
deal
We don't know because me, I didn't see
with
them carry money. I didn't see them. I
somebody
don't know
with
what's
them
going on.
So they've
So-
forgotten Marjo's killer.
See, the whole thing is chaotic. Marjo's killer should get out.
They
He
should
said
go and
he's not
hit
guilty
him
again,
like that
so
and run.
That's what's going on social media, Charlie.
Oh, I wish it was him in the
Alright,
car.
Charlie.
That is me. The whole pickup is exhausting for me. I don't want to be talking about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it breaks my heart that you are wasting lives over
I
things
just
like
wish it
this,
was Marjo's
Charlie,
killer.
that they put in.
Oh,
jail.
yeah.
Oh no, he's right now. They've sacked him as a police officer. Either suspension until guilty or something. The guy that the police.
But someone is supposed to at least obi betimi atwa boys amia kokuna.
When they wouldn't boys say
You're saying this on camera.
Oh, no,
When
don't
they are-
you get it?
when they-
Obi, I'm not saying me. Hey, Missy Obi. Let me try boys and now we am about Pamia Kokuna. And see that.
Yo, Yatsi.
I see that.
So, guys, at this point,
Let's wrap it up.
we want to say thank you for watching. We know we have done plenty talk. Some that matters and some that does not matter. But you love us, that's why you're here. And one way or the other, the things we say, you relate with them sometimes. Sometimes you be like, hey, you're more chill. But still, we there for you. Yeah. This has been Mind Expression Podcast. Follow us on our platforms. On Instagram, Mind Expression Podcast, right? _pod. Yeah. On TikTok, Mind Expression _pod. Twitter. Or, Twitter, same thing. So go follow us and please subscribe to the channel. We beg you.
Please do.
We beg you. You have watched the video to this point.
Subscribe.
To this point, you are not subscribing. Have we done you something? So subscribe for us and comment. And then you can follow us individually on our platforms. The links will be in there.
And topics
bio.
You guys also want us to talk about.
Yes, send it through for us. And we'll be very, very grateful.
Okay. You into some business, right?
Oh, yeah. Black China. You all know me already. So, I'm not going to say much. I'm into clothing, interior decor, skincare. So you can hit me up. Okay. Pink Friday Organics, Pink Friday by Anna for the clothing, and Pink Friday Interiors for the interior decor.
Please follow her, please.
Okay.
Follow me on
and
social
patronize
media.
her stuff. They are good.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. So we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.